Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Double D podcast, episode two. Thank you for everyone who watched before. This is new for us, so we're learning the ropes still. But my name's Derek. My co-host Dalton is with me here, and we're just going to talk a little bit more today about sports. Yesterday we started off, or not yesterday, but the last one we started off a little heavy on some other stuff, but we're going to keep this one pretty sports centric. May have a few surprises up our sleeve as well. So. How you doing, Dalton? How was your weekend? Anything fun or crazy happen for you?
It was good, man. Just went out for my wife's and mine, and obviously mine too. Anniversary. We went to Ruth's Chris in Fort Wayne, had some good food, hung out, watched some college football, watched the NFL today, and now I'm here, ready to rock, ready to bring you guys some bad sports takes because I'm really good at those. So
I want to shout out Steak and Shake, not a sponsor, but if you want to be, we're here for you. Went there with my wife's whole family, and they're doing like a Labubu giveaway. If you haven't ever heard of those, kids are little girls are obsessed with them. They're this weird, creepy stuffed animal thing that's way too expensive. But anyway, they're giving out Labubus, but it's super rare, I guess. And you have to scan your receipt and fill out this thing. And funny enough, I scan it. It says you're a winner. I'm like, this is a scam. Obviously, I'm not a winner. I take it up there, and they're like, "Oh wow, that you're only the second person that's won." And I was like, "You're kidding, right?" And they're like, "No,
you
no."
want?
Like, I'm like, "Oh crap, you're serious?" So I won one of these, and I go tell my daughter, and she's obviously freaking out because they're expensive. She had one, got chewed up by a dog, so that was crazy. That was right after we went to church Saturday, and it was pretty cool. And then today I took my son golfing this morning, played his first ever 18 holes. That was really fun. He was super nervous this morning and way
Heck
way
yeah.
way too nervous for us just going and casually playing with one other buddy of mine. But it was a good time, and we had a lot of fun. Yeah, just spent the whole day today just watching football and just finished up watching the Colts game, which was pretty crazy ending, to be honest. I don't know if you
Yeah.
caught it, but it was pretty exciting. And I'm
Yeah,
a
it was
Bears fan.
wild. Yeah. Crazy. Like you said in text you sent me, the Colts got bailed out.
Yeah,
Like hands down, they did. I mean, but they're making plays. Like we were talking about right before this, like Daniel Jones comes in. Colts fans hate him. They want AR, and Daniel Jones is doing everything correct.
absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
What more do you want from a quarterback? He's coming in, he's completing passes, he's not making mistakes, and he's winning football games. And as somebody who has this high recruit or coming out of college, Caleb Williams, I'm a Bears guy, so trust me, I would just love for a quarterback who just wins games. I don't really care about, all the fancy stuff and whether he can do a crazy spin move to get off and make a 12-yard gain. I just want a guy who makes the correct pass and wins games. And that's what he's been doing. Colts are 2-0 now, which is I don't think anybody that's a Colts fan truly would have said before the season they expected.
no, I told you I was thinking about switching fan bases.
Yeah.
Like,
I was trying to
I'm
recruit
not,
you over to the Bears.
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call myself a big Colts fan. I'm not. That'd be a lie. Like, if I went to a game, yeah, it'd be awesome to go down to Lucas Oil. It's a great stadium. But at the same time, I don't know, man. You can only be burned so many. I guess as a Bears fan, you would understand, but you get burned so many times, and it's like, what are we even doing? Like, what's the man? Fire the whole management team. Like,
Yeah.
and then I figured with, Ursay dying this year, I was like, this can't get any worse
Yeah.
because he literally he cared about football. I mean, he kept Grigson around, obviously, but Grigson must have had some dirt on him or something. But I
Yeah.
just, I don't
I-
know.
I've always been a Bears fan because of my dad, but like I always liked the Colts. Out if the Colts are playing, I'm watching. As long as they're not playing the Bears, I'm rooting for them. And I've now watched half of the first game and most of the game today, and they just that Tyler Warren kid they drafted is exceptional. Makes me mad as a Bears fan when we drafted another tight end over him. But they just when you have Jonathan Taylor, you don't need a ton from the quarterback, and it's like they were always searching for a ton, and it's like you don't have to,
Yeah.
you don't need that. You just need a quarterback who completes the correct passes, makes the correct decisions, and doesn't make mistakes. Because you have a guy who, like today, he had 170 yards rushing, 50 yards receiving. Jonathan Taylor
Yeah.
will carry you if you let him. And I think the Colts fans are seeing that. You couldn't have convinced me before the season that the Colts would be 2-0 and the Bears would be 0-2. Um, and that yet again, I'm going to be disappointed. But the
Yeah, the Colts have a good receiving core. I
yeah,
mean, they
Pierce has
have
turned into a pretty good
Pierce
receiver.
Pittman's a stud. He's huge,
Yeah,
6'5". I mean, you put him in one-on-one coverage, he's gonna eat you up. But I mean, like you said, with a good running back, like, Taylor, you don't you need to run the ball,
yeah.
which segues me. I guess we can go ahead and segue into this. Let's talk Notre Dame.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I did catch. We were gone yesterday all day, like I said, but I caught about the last quarter and a half, quarter and 12 minutes, quarter and 10 minutes of the game, and was kind of half watching it, half talking to my wife. But I I was watching it, and I'm just thinking, like, man, when are they going to pull away? When are they going to stop the other team? When are they going to separate themselves? And it just felt like they just didn't. And they've had two exceptionally exciting games. I can't argue. They've had the two most exciting games of the year in college football, but they've also lost them both. So what does that mean for them? I don't know.
uh, in my mind, they're out. Those were
Just
two
that.
two huge games to build strength of schedule, to build, the percentages that they run in order to get into the playoffs. And I think with, USC's ranked now after beating Purdue, which, hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
We played them tight without 3 red zone turnovers. We win that game, but um, I think with only USC left on there as the only ranked team, how? I mean, even if you went out, how do you how do you make it in when you've got SEC teams? Obviously the SEC is always taken higher, considered higher for those spots. And then obviously last year we saw teams like SMU and Arizona State get in.
Yeah.
So they're gonna throw a couple of wild cards in there,
And the
based
Big
on
Ten,
their
Big Ten
record.
has four top 10 teams right now.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
mean, how do you claw back in when they're going to be fighting each other? And so those are going to be considered good losses if they one team loses some of those games. And that's not including Michigan, who's still, fringe top 20 with one loss, and will have a ton of big games to earn their way back in.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, with two of their losses being their two games, they could have had a significant win. What do they have left that's really going to put them ahead of another two-loss team in the Big Ten or the SEC that their losses are against two top 10 teams? How are you going to compete? Plus they have the Big Ten and SEC teams will have more ranked wins over uh, good teams. So
Yeah.
they're
Right
in a
now you
predicament.
got Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Miami, Georgia. So, I mean, Oregon, Florida State, who already beat Notre Dame, Texas, who is 2-1. I think they could fall out. Like, I mean, I don't think Arch Manning's that. I don't think he's the man. I
He's not
I
the
think
Manning.
I don't think so, man. You got Illinois. Are they real? I don't know. I
But we'll
don't
find
know,
out.
man. Texas A&M, they're tough. I
Yeah.
mean, and then Oklahoma, they're beating the crap out of everyone. And Iowa State, I mean, below that, you still have Ole Miss sitting at 13, Alabama at 14, Tennessee at 15.
Yeah.
How does
How do
Notre
you jump
Dame?
any of those?
Yeah, I mean, even I think the SEC teams and the Big Ten teams can take 2 losses and still make it,
Yeah.
depending on who those losses are to. Obviously, you don't want to drop a dumb one against, Mississippi State or something like that. But I I don't see a path. Um,
Yeah, I mean, just
I
hearing you talk through who those teams are, I mean, I think I didn't agree with you when we talked before this, but I think I do now. I mean, like, I just don't know how you get there. So that kind of leads me into this question to you. Like, you just named off those top however many teams. Who do you think the best team in college football is? Because, preseason rankings this early obviously still play a huge part in where teams are. So it doesn't really mean that's the best team. It could be, a team that hasn't played anybody yet. I don't think Ohio State I mean, they beat Texas, but like, who do you think is the best team? Or maybe it's a group of two or three teams.
my top two, Ohio State, it's theirs to lose,
Yeah.
theirs to not prove. I mean, so far they've shown up, shown out, they've handled business. Ryan Day is a mastermind coach. Um, and I've got Georgia. Why
Yeah.
not? I
Yeah.
mean, I Penn State has to prove it to me, man. They're always hyped.
Always.
Every single year they're hyped up. I don't trust LSU because they have Brian Kelly as their coach. I don't think he's a big time. I think he has a big time team and big time money. I don't think he's a big time coach. I never
Well,
did when
and
he was at Notre Dame.
who's their big win against? Clemson, who's now
Clemson.
unranked and just lost to Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Um,
Georgia Tech's tough though.
they might be tough, but
I really
Clemson's 1-2 right now. Like, how good is that win really? Um, that
yeah.
that is always. I mean, you're going to find out from LSU and Georgia and those guys because they're going to play the teams. A lot of people are really high on Miami too.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can trust that league they play in.
The ACC is I don't know, man. I trust the SEC. The teams are always usually the top two are always really tough. Um, the Big Ten has shown year after year. They're the ones to beat.
Yeah,
I think Oregon's the same as always.
yeah,
They're hype. They
yeah.
beat Northwestern, who is terrible
Terrible.
yesterday. What was it? 34-14 or something.
It
Similar to the Purdue score.
wasn't dominant by
It
any
was
stretch.
not a blowout. Let me look. 34-14. I mean,
Yeah,
you got to go out and just Northwestern's coach was talking trash and everything, like saying how they were ready for Oregon. Like you got to go out and destroy it. Just, you got to handle business.
yeah,
It's what it is. And unfortunately for our team,
yeah.
who I guess we can segue into yesterday, um, moral victories. I guess Notre Dame is going to dog walk us next week. I hate. I'm a boiler through and through, man. Let's be realistic. They're pissed off. It's at home. The crowd's going to be, you know, rocking in there.
And mad.
Yeah, I mean the team is pissed. They were supposed to be a national title contender this year. They've got Love. I don't think they're utilizing their running game enough. I don't. I
I
think
agree.
you have a freshman quarterback. He's unproven. You play two ranked teams in a row and you don't utilize the run. When they did, guess what happened? Touchdowns. They scored. When they
Yeah,
ran Love, they scored. I mean, it just blows my mind. Freeman, I love the guy. He's a Purdue guy, Root for the guy as long as they're not playing Purdue. But come on, man. You got two of the best running backs in college football.
yeah, and it's like they've went away from their identity, and I don't know why, but yeah, regarding Purdue, you know, to me, I watched most of that game. Luckily, it was delayed, or I wouldn't have watched any of it, honestly, because we were busy all day. But I did get to watch most of it, and there was times where I was like, we're just overmatched. But the fight that the team showed, and like the ability to um, even compete with a team like that, we did not have that last year. I mean, we would if we played a good team outside of that one game against Illinois, we got destroyed. I mean, we lost 66-0 to our rival. That's enough to tell you where our fight was last year, because I don't think that would ever happen this year. We play IU and we'll see, but I promise you we ain't losing 66-0. There will be a brawl on the field before that happens because that's just how our arena
Yeah.
is. And I like to see that fight. That being said, I think we talked about it on the last episode, some things that had to happen for us to win that game. And what we had to score 30 points. They beat us, what, 34-17 or something. Um, we score 30, we're right there. We made a few turnovers we didn't need to make in bad spots. That really was the key. Um, you know, other than that, we were competitive and the crowd was awesome. Even after a 3 hour rain delay, the crowd was still crazy when it came back, which is hard to do because a lot of those people probably started drinking pretty early, and then you got to wait 3 hours. That's a long time to go. I know a buddy of ours, I won't name him, but he took a bunch of his son and some of his friends there, and they got to go on the field during that. I saw Mackey was full of people during that rain delay, which I thought was odd. I'm like, oh, it's like a teaser. It gets
Oh
me
yeah.
hyped, the little arena in my background got me going. But just that, to be able to do that coming off just a horrific season where we had one victory, to be able to do that really showed me a lot about Purdue, about its fans, and about what this team can do and what this coach can do long term.
Yeah. I mean, the fans are going to be there. They were there last year.
I know it was great.
We didn't have a
I went to a game we lost badly. I don't remember which. I can't. I'm blanking on the game right now, but we lost badly. I went with my dad, and it was still packed even when we were down 30. Nobody left early. I mean, by the time halfway through the fourth, people started getting out of there, but it's just a testament to the culture of Purdue.
yeah, the fans are it's unreal, man. And as somebody that grew up as a rival fan, like it changed the way I see things just going to games down there and being in the atmosphere and living down there for a little while. Um, Purdue is unlike anything I've ever seen as far as a fan base. Um,
Well, I did want to mention on one last couple things on Purdue. You mentioned
yeah,
that you think we're going to get dog walked, which I probably agree with. If I had to put money down on it, that's what I would say. However, I listened to some of Odom's post game stuff and just the way he talks. He ain't scared, and he's ready for the battle. And I could see us last year going into that game. I think we did, losing 70-0. Um, I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think we're going to probably lose, and because Notre Dame is obviously needs to prove a point, um, but so does Odom. So I think I think we can make it respectable for a few couple quarters. Or we'll put up a fight late. I don't think we're going to lay down and die, and that's what I'm hoping for because Ryan Brown's looked really good. We didn't really use a lot of Mockabee in the USC game. I don't know. I wasn't paying enough detail at the time on whether that was because he was getting stopped or just game plan and what they were providing to us. But I think that's what we're going to have to do. I don't think we're going to be able to really stop Notre Dame enough. I think that's what it'll come down to. But I think we can put up 28, 35 points. They might put up 40. But I think it'll be a good game. And I'm excited to see with a first year coach what it comes to, what we look like, what kind of fight we have against a team like of that caliber. Because USC's here, and then you have Notre Dame is up here, especially being an in-state team that has so much history of being so good, and just came off a season where they beat the living dog crap out of us.
yeah, we've got so Ryan Brown has 4 interceptions in 3 games, 5 touchdowns. He's thrown for 786 yards. I mean, we've got some stud wide receivers out there in Branch, Jackson, Tuggle, he hasn't really, I mean, he has the same amount of receptions as Branch on the year, 7. Branch just has more yardage. I think we need to get Tuggle going. There's a sleeper in Horton. I
Yeah.
mean, Horton's a sleeper. Um,
I mean, Michael Jackson, the third or whatever, which I'm telling you, we have the best receiving core names in the country. We have
oh
Michael
yeah,
Jackson, Nitro Tuggle. It's pretty awesome. But
yeah.
Michael Jackson, I don't know his stats are not in front of me, but you might have him in front of you. I feel like he's been exceptional. Um, as far
Statistic
as
wise, he's doubled. So it goes reception wise, Jackson's got 14, Horton's got 10, Tuggle and Branch have 7 apiece.
what about touchdowns? You can see that.
Yeah, so as far as touchdowns go, Branch has 2, Jackson 1, and
Okay.
Tuggle 2. So I mean Tuggle's scoring, he's touched the ball 7 times, scored twice.
Yeah.
I
Solid.
mean, I'll take that number any
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. So the
Um,
receiving core is there. I think the 4 interceptions is a problem currently. Like, and they've been really in bad spots, like red zone interceptions,
yep.
or bad timed interceptions, and those got to get cut out. And I'm sure he's been that they're talking to him about that and looking at film and all that stuff. And I think he will get that fixed. It's a he just got back here. It's a new coach with a new system. There's a lot to learn, but I think we're going to see him really step up.
You're sold on Brown then? Because
I think Brown's the guy.
it was a quarterback battle in camp. Remember,
I
we
do.
could not get an answer out of Coach Odom for the longest time. I know Singleton, he's a gangster. He's I mean, obviously only 2 for 3 for 29 yards, but I don't know, man.
I don't
How
mind the
long do
idea
you
of
let it?
seeing him.
Yeah, how long do you let a guy go? I mean, a couple of those interceptions last night were bad. Dude, I'm
Yeah.
talking through into double coverage, on right at the goal line. I mean, through a slant route. Obviously USC was getting pressure on him, but the one he threw to the 350-pound lineman, hold on to the ball, dude. Have you played football? Like, you don't
Yeah,
have to, don't try to throw that. Just tuck it and take it.
I
If you
agree.
don't,
Like,
or
there's
throw it
one place you
away.
there's one place you can't throw interceptions. It's in the red zone because you're literally even if you took a sack, you're getting points, and you just gave the points away. And then to do that multiple times, at some point, I mean, I think he's going to get the old, hey, we really need to see this changed. And if it happens again, then you might see that backup get, 6 or 7 plays a game or a full run down the field at the end of a game. Or, say we're getting beat pretty badly by Notre Dame. Maybe he gets a fourth quarter and
Right.
see what you got, buddy, against a good team. Because even Notre Dame's backups are still good. So I agree because I've liked everything Brown's done. Like if that interception number was 1 or 2, I
Right.
would think he's been great.
We
780
probably won
yards.
that game yesterday if that
Yeah.
number is 1 or 2. We're talking 3. I think he had 3 yesterday.
Yeah, and
I'm
they were
pretty
two, at least 2 that I remember were bad, like in the bad spots at the bad time.
Yeah, 3
And
interceptions. I mean,
yeah,
I
it's got to change.
still 305 passing yards. I mean, we're
That's what I
throwing it a
mean.
lot. Is
He's
our line? Yeah, I mean, the
you're
line
getting
just
if you're throwing for that many yards, but then you're throwing an interception at the end of every drive. You're throwing, you're making a 60-yard drive and then turning it over. Those are empty yards in my mind. You've just eaten up
yeah,
clock. Like
yeah.
you got to convert when you're in the red zone. The best teams that at college level, professional level, hell, the high school level, they convert in the red zone.
Yep.
That's why Mahomes has been so good for so long. When he gets in the red zone, he converts. That's why Tom Brady was so good. Peyton Manning, when they get down there, they convert.
I heard a stat that 90% um of teams that make the playoffs have over a 60% finish rate in the red zone. You can
Yeah,
check me on that if you're listening. But yeah, I mean, you got to convert when you get down there. Like, we can't have it. His QB rating yesterday was 27.
yeah, that's pretty bad.
1 tutty, 3 interceptions, 305 yards for what? That's
Yeah, because
that.
you think about that with the stats you gave. So before that game, he had four touchdowns and 1 interception and 500 yards passing, and
Yeah.
that's good. And then in a game where he plays a competitive team. Now we'll find out. I think if it happens again against Notre Dame, there'll be some things getting shook up because I don't think Odom's scared to do that.
No, I hope so. I hope not, man. But I don't. I think you light a fire under Brown.
Yeah,
I mean, sit him. couple quarters if no, God forbid Notre Dame blows us out, dude, because I don't know that I can deal with that. We got to show some dog this year. Like I'll stand on it. I'll say there's no moral victories.
Well, that can lead into the, our buy or sell, and kind of go through those,
Yeah.
if you've got them in front of you, and you can kind
Yeah,
of
well,
address some of these things.
we're gonna do a buy and sell segment real quick. We've got three things regarding the Boilers. The first one, Purdue lost 33-17. People are saying that it was a win. Um, it's just a win for Purdue to be competitive. Are you buying or selling that this loss was a win for Purdue?
So I side a little with you in this, that moral victories are for losers. But to that being said, I also stand by the fact that I thought that this was a closer version to the Purdue team I want to root for. Um, Not that it was a win, not that we should all be like, hey, we only lost by 2 touchdowns. Yay. Um, but at the same time, if that I didn't see much of this at all last year. It was rarely 2 touchdowns. It was normally 10. So seeing that, to me, it's not a win. It's a step closer to what I want to see out of my team, out of the team I cheer for, out of the team that I am normally deeply saddened by. Um, I think that it's not so. So my answer to the question, I'm selling the idea that this is a win, um, but I'm buying the idea that it is an improvement. I'm buying the idea that it's closer. Um, I didn't turn it off at halftime, which I did almost every game last year. So that's something. It's not a win, but it's something. So I'm selling that it's a win, but I am buying the future of Purdue.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a no moral victory guy. You would either put more points on the scoreboard or you lost.
Right.
But like to see some dog, I'll always say this. You don't lay down and die. Don't be a pussy. Basically, I hate to say that.
Yeah.
If you have kids in the car, well, I'm sorry, but fight.
Yeah.
Like
And
like
fighting
show
everything in life.
show that you want to be out there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll have some down times. You'll throw an interception in real life too. Fight. I mean, stay in it. Odom has him going. I love the dog in them. They don't lay down. They were still competing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was not like last year, but I think last year, dude, to compare anything to last year, just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you? That it's the worst it could ever be anywhere. Like we should have been an FCS team last year. And we probably still would have gotten our asses kicked. I mean, that's just what it is. It's like Walters destroyed our program for a whole year and we let it happen.
Yeah.
Like our management was like, yeah, this is fine. Like, no,
Right.
it's not. You see what UCLA did? They just fired their coach the third game of the year. You know
Yeah.
why? Because they spent a lot of money.
Yeah. Expectations need results. Um, you
Yeah, I
know,
mean,
the if, you can't just be complacent, like you said, lay down and die. Like in anything in life, like you're playing golf, you make a 10 on the first hole, or do you just go home, or do you try to fight your way back? You're playing a
yeah,
basketball game and the team starts out the game 10-0. Do you just go? Do you give up? You say, "Hey, we're done." No, you fight for it, and sometimes you come back and you win that game, and
yep,
sometimes you don't. But at least give the effort.
right. It wasn't there. Now it
It
is, and
wasn't.
I
It
will
is.
agree. I love the Odom era. I love where we're going with the
I do too.
Odom era. Um, round two, buy or sell. Everyone's speculating. A lot of talk on Twitter where we hang out. Um, is it national title or bust for Painter this year? Buy or
Man,
sell, national title or bust. You heard it here.
I'm gonna I'm gonna sell this, and I'm gonna explain why. Because I just listened to the Field of 68 podcast where they asked every single player and painter this question, and they all said it's national title or bust. I disagree to some level, and I put it like this: if Purdue goes undefeated in the regular season, they win the Big Ten title, they win the Big Ten championship, they get to the Final Four, and they lose on a buzzer beater. Is that a bust? To me, it's not a bust. That's an exciting, magical season that happened to end in a heartbreaking fashion. But March Madness is so finicky, and so
Mm,
many things can happen. We saw that when we lost to a freaking 16 seed that didn't have a player over 6'6", and we had the most giant player of all time. That's not going to happen again. We had to go
mm.
through that to get where we got, but because Purdue fans, we have to see the bottom before we can ever get to the top. But I'm selling the fact that it's national title or bust. I am saying that that's the expectation. I want a national title because I don't. If we get through 4 years of Zach Edey and Braden Smith with some overlap, and we don't get a national title out of that, I just don't know. I don't know like what that means. Like you had maybe the best generational center of all time, followed by the maybe best most generational point guard of all time, and they played 2 years together. And you have a couple Big Ten titles to show for it, a Final Four or two, like, but you have no natties. Um, and I just watched the most hateable person in all of sports, Dan Hurley, win two in a row. And we can't get one with the most likable coach in America, and great players. So I'm selling that it is a national title or bust, but I do believe that's the expectation, and that's what we should expect as a fan base, as players. Um, and I'm glad the country is expecting that because I think Purdue's going to be very good, and I'll be in Indianapolis. I know it's going to be an insane price. Maybe I won't be at the game. Maybe I'll be doing a podcast from downtown in a bar with you. But whatever happens, they'll be in Indianapolis. I'd put my money on that.
Yeah. I am gonna go against you here.
Mm,
I'm buying this. It
okay.
with this roster that is set up, you know, our our backcourt, we have the guards with experience. CJ and Jakari got the sophomore jump. Omer can come in. He can make a difference. He can give Braden some off ball or even some rest minutes, and we'll have scoring.
Yeah,
See, we would go on droughts last year. If TKR got in foul trouble, what did we
we're
do?
cooked.
Yeah, we were done. I mean, if Braden, if he was out for 4 minutes, we saw it in some lineups last year. We didn't score for 6, 7 minutes. You can't go. I mean, I know basketball is a game of streaks,
Yeah,
scoring streaks, and it's who can put together the best. But when you're playing an Auburn team, when you're playing Michigan State, when you're playing Michigan, with May now, you cannot have 6 to 7 minute scoring droughts. And it was
we
like
did it a lot.
we didn't have bucket getters. I mean, and look at the outcome of last year. Who would have expected we lose Edie, Sweet 16, lose to Houston? We didn't lose to Houston, but anyways, we're moving forward. Um, yeah, you just can't.
Yeah,
We gotta. It's this year. We have
this is it.
Braden, TKR. We picked up Oscar Clough. What a the best. That is the best pickup in the country.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
call it.
100%
That's what do we need? We need a down
rebounding.
low defense and rebounding. We need somebody that could, play the five so TKR doesn't have to go get two fouls early. And then
Yes.
we got DJ back. God willing, the stick man does not get hurt this year at a stupid ass Western Kentucky game that I was at again. Terrible, dude. Bush League. Those kids were Bush League. They didn't even belong on the floor with Purdue. I'll say that right here.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm buying it. This is Painter's best roster of all time, dude. Maybe the best roster at Purdue of all time. If you
I
we
top to
Yeah,
bottom,
yeah.
I can't disagree with you. Well, and I think you kind of brought up some of this with the runs. Like it felt like last year, and a lot of it was with Braden in the game, but we didn't have another score in the game. Like when TKR went out, and Braden when he goes into only can score mode because no one else can. We had guys that were just sticks out there like Heidi and Colvin, had all the potential, but were scared to shoot the ball. Yeah, we would go on these droughts because if Braden gets cold during that spell, we have nobody to go to. This year, I think you're going to see a different version of Fletcher Lawyer, a different version of Trey. These guys know there's something in sports with urgency when you know it's your last. It's your like I say it like little stuff with like Kobe's last game. He scores 60 something points in his last. When you know it's over, like if you lose, it's over. There's just something different. I think you're going to see Fletch way more aggressive. I think you're going to see guys like CJ Cox and Jakari that probably expected a bigger role this year, but with Omer coming in, I think they're going to be more similar to what they did last year, but a different version of that. It's going to be come in and be a dog on defense for 6 minutes at a time. And when you get the ball, you shoot the ball. Like,
Mm.
we're not giving you the ball for you to stand there, pump fake, think about it. No, we're scoring points. We have rebounding. Last year it was like if we missed a shot, we weren't getting the ball. Now it's like if you miss, TKR is our second rebounder. I think Braden's rebounding took a dip last year because Braden was so great at rebounding because Edie would clear so much space out, and it just let Braden run in and grab that ball. And that's when our offense is best because that's when Braden can grab a rebound and just go. And we're in transition. And Painter talked a little bit about that in that interview. Like, rebounding isn't just rebounding. It leads directly to offense because you can
Yeah.
kick it out and go. And I think with guys like Omer, even Antoine West, when he gets short minutes, like I think he's just a scorer. He's a dog on defense and he will score. Um, Guys like Jack Benner, I don't know how much role he'll really get. Liam Murphy, these guys are not scared to shoot the ball. Like I promise you, Liam Murphy played 20 minutes a game and got 7 threes up a game last year. He will shoot it if he's open. And he's 6'7", so he's not really good. People won't be able to really guard him like for the most part. It's not like we have a small guy out there trying to shoot threes. So I think you're going to see a insanely electric offense that now has the rebounding required to do that. And I'm so excited for it. I can't. I'm like freaking out every time Rothstein posts. It's 7 weeks, 6 weeks. Now it's seven, I think. But he's been saying it like every
Yeah.
week. It's 11 weeks. It's 10 weeks. I think we're down to 7 weeks until. I think tomorrow is 7 weeks until the first game of March or of college basketball, and it's even less than that to the scrimmage. It's like 6 weeks.
Yep.
I just so excited for it, and I think this team's gonna be awesome. But
Painter wants to be the highest rated offense in the country.
yes, and top 10 in defense. That's what I heard him say.
That's, I mean, that's a heavy goal. I'm not sure what our I've heard it before, obviously, the stat somebody, Craig, whether we follow all these stat freaks. So somebody has said it where we were at last year, but
It wasn't.
yeah.
It was like 50s or 60s, and
Yeah, I mean,
we were 350 something in block percentage and like 330th in rebounding percent. Like those stats that sound like stats that aren't offensive, those that lead directly, like blocks lead to offense, rebounds lead to offense, transition. Painter said something like we were the number one, I think it was number one or it was very high, most efficient offense in transition last year, but we had the lowest transition percentage. And it was like, that's a crazy thing to hear. Like, so we're incredibly good in transition. We just can't get there because we can't rebound and we
right.
can't block shots. And this year, I think we're going to see that, and Purdue's going to be really fun to watch. I don't think you need high flyers to be incredible in transition. I think you need great shooters because the
Yep.
best transition shot is a kick out three because everybody's running and people can get rebounds.
Yeah, it's true, man. Schedule's looking great. Right now we don't have much to work off. All the early year games at Alabama to kick it off on the 13th of November. Memphis.
Oh,
Um,
potentially BYU.
oh yeah, in that tournament.
Is
And then
that
we've
correct? No,
got
no, no. Texas Tech, potentially Texas Tech.
yep. And then we've got Iowa State, Marquette, Auburn. So I mean that's
We're gonna know.
stacked.
We're gonna know soon. Heck, our scrimmage is against Kentucky at Kentucky. We're gonna
Yeah.
know quick what we're looking like.
Yeah, I mean We usually do. I mean, November is historically a good month for Purdue. I don't know
Yeah,
what the number is, but I know we win a lot in November. So, um, you know, we cut a lot of fat off this year. I'll say that. I respect Miles Colvin, um, Will
but
Berg.
I'd rather have Omer. I'd rather have Clough than those guys.
Riley's not gonna play this year, I don't think. Like I I hope the kid becomes something. I really do. I hope Miles and Cam Heidi have great years. They just weren't it, dude.
You can't have
So
guys
we
tentative.
we see players in painter systems get timid
Hmm.
because when you screw up, there is somebody. Last year, we didn't necessarily we needed you. Like Painter still yanked them, but
Yeah,
we needed them to be ballers last year. I mean, your wings, your big wings, 6'5", 6'7". We needed those guys last year. They couldn't get it done. And Wilberg, God love him. I was a big Wilberg fan. Gotten many arguments online, but the kid, he would have spurts where he would show out. I just couldn't pick it up. Now we've got defensive dogs. And that's a big question with Omer Mayer. Can
yeah.
he?
Can he?
I mean, the system is challenging. Our defensive system. I mean, it is. You've got to know where to be, know where to cover, who's yours, what's yours. So we even saw Jakari get lost in it a few times last year, where he would just look like he didn't know where he was
Yeah,
supposed to
you
be. He
lost in
was
the
on the
woods.
other side of the floor, or somebody get a kick out three in the corner, and it's so that is my concern for Omer Mayer this year.
Yeah, I to me though, and from those interviews that they just had, like it sounded like he wasn't there at all yet as far as knowing the system. But to me, he has the gifts. He's he looks like a shit brick house. He's just built. I think he can hold up. I don't know that he has to be a great defender because of everything else he brings to the table. And I think that we have CJ, Jakari, West, that when we need to be on defense mode, they can come in and fill that.
Yeah.
And we have rim protection. That was the thing last year. Our defense got exposed so bad because once they beat the guy up top, there was nobody down there. We didn't have good defense in the Edie years, even though we ranked high in defense. We had Edie, who stood down there and took up all the space, and they'd run into him and they'd just run right back out. You saw it all the time. They'd go in, they'd see him and go, oh crap, and they're back out. We have that again, and we have that two times. We have Clough and we have Dake Jacobson who can alternate. So foul trouble should never be an issue. They're both a big thing for me. They're both good free throw shooters. Um, they're both good shooters. I hope TKR takes a step there too, but really, like, I don't think Omer has to be great at defense. I think he has to learn the system, and that may take some time. That's why there's a
Yeah.
lot of people speculating he won't start at the beginning. I think he will. Um, just from hearing those guys talk about him and how he's going to help the team and how he's going to help Braden and Braden talking about playing alongside him. Like Braden doesn't just say that stuff. You didn't hear those guys
Yeah.
even mention CJ or Jakari or Antoine. Like I know that those people are important and I know they're going to play a big role, but I don't see a world. Even if 5 games in, I don't see a world where Omer's not starting. It may be the first game he won't. Who knows?
CJ starts.
You think?
No questions. The kid's a
Okay.
dog. He's
Okay.
a he's a fighter. I'd put money on it right now, honestly. It's his spot to lose.
Then I would
Yeah,
say, in my mind, if that is the case, I would say Omer plays more minutes. Maybe he doesn't start.
maybe 20,
Similar
22
to
minutes.
you remember the Gillis and was it TKR role where TKR
Yeah,
started, but Gillis played more minutes early in
six
TKR's
man.
career. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to that.
Let's finish up buy and sell real quick.
Sorry, guys, we
Uh,
went on a big old tangent there.
yeah, get us on Purdue basketball and it's over, bub.
Yeah.
Um, so the third part of buy and sell is Purdue fans are claiming that Purdue has the best fans in the country are you buying or selling that we have the best fan base in the country?
Oh, I mean, I'm buying it. I'm buying it, but I'm prefacing it with this. I think most fan bases would say this about their own fan base. Uh, but I think if you listen to the people who cover sports, especially basketball, but now even football, and they talk about teams that aren't fans of, they always mention Purdue as one of
Yeah.
the best fan bases in the country. And I don't think a lot of, you get like Duke. Well, Duke doesn't have that for football. You get North Carolina, they don't have that for football. And you get the football teams, Alabama, they still don't have that for basketball the same way they have it for football. Purdue, even when we're not good, we fill up the stadium. Even when even when our team goes 1-11, I promise you, all Purdue fans still watch those games and they still mourned every single time about what happened. So I'm buying this. I really do. I'm a Cubs fan and they have diehard fans. I'm a Bears fan, and as bad as they are, they have diehard fans. I still have never seen an intelligent, passionate, love, like loyal to a fault fan base like I have Purdue.
Yeah. I'm on the
So I'm
same
buying it.
ship. I'm buying that all day. I mean, we've seen, the weather is really inclement here in Indiana sometimes, and I know me and you have braved some roads with your dad a couple times and us ourselves when we should not have left our house.
No.
Like I might not have even gone to work that day. I mean, I work in concrete, obviously, but I didn't I don't think I went to work and we still went to the game.
Yeah.
That's the level. Like I'm willing to get stuck in a ditch to go watch Purdue play. And I'm not I football is fun for me. I I will call myself a huge fan. I watch all the games, but I don't go to as many. I will say that, and it is easier to go to football games at Purdue. It's a lot of fun, tailgate and everything. But I mean, just basketball is where it's at, man.
Yeah, and
And I'm
hand up for me, and this you probably feel this too, like with football, very specifically. Like I'm usually busy on Saturdays with other things in my life. I have kids, I have a wife, our families like to do stuff. I just usually can't give up a whole Saturday. I can give up a Tuesday night to go watch Purdue.
right.
I can't give up an entire day of the weekend when I only get two of them days. And
Yeah.
Sundays
I
usually I'm
mean,
usually golfing. So
we have gone down to the Big Ten tournament a couple of times, and that's usually a good. I don't. That's like a Thursday night or something. So
yeah,
it's yeah, I get it. Yeah, it is a whole Saturday. I mean, by the time we live an hour away, you get ready, you go down, tailgate, whole day. I mean, you're get if it's a 3:30 game, you're not getting home till
nine,
eight,
ten
nine
o'clock.
o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, with basketball, we can be home. We've been home by 11 p.m. But I'm definitely buying the best fan base on planet Earth. The paint crew, God love them. They're you know they get it going, dude. Two ends of the floor. Everyone hates playing at Mackey. What else can you say? I mean, it's
Well, they do. Last year they did that thing where they ask all the coaches and all these players, where's the hardest place to play? It's always Mackey. Eight out
yep,
of ten they'll say Mackey every time. And if you go to games, which we go to games, I've gone and I know you have too. We go to games sometimes very early because we take our kids and our wives, whatever. And the paint crew's there. It's full an hour and a
yep,
half before the game every time. And there's a line to get those tickets, and it's an incredible, incredible fan base. And it is in football too. And that's to me the football thing is the most incredible just because of how bad we've been for so long. To
yep.
still see that support is all you need to know. And some people would say, well, that's because there ain't shit else to do in Indiana, and that's true. That is true.
Big
But
facts.
but at the same time, there's also not crap to do in Wisconsin or Michigan or any of those places either. So
No,
um, not to say that they don't have great fan bases because they do, but I haven't seen any better than Purdue. But
no.
I'll move on. I want to do something that kind of our last little. kind of ties in the first, college football and Purdue. Two different. I'm just gonna have you blind rank a couple things, just to
Okay.
see how this goes. It's one. They're not going to be a ton of options on the first one, but I just want to see kind of how this works out. So first,
Okay.
we're just gonna blind rank Purdue basketball players. So we just talked a ton about Purdue basketball players. Some of these guys we definitely talked about. Some of them as a listener. Some of them you may not really know much about as a listener. So. We'll do five, blind rank them, and we'll get going from here. So the first one I'm going to have you blind rank is Daniel Jacobson.
This all time.
No,
Where
this is current only.
so I'm ranking him
You're
out of what?
out of all current basketball players on Purdue. Well, it's going to be a top five.
Okay.
So there's only going to be five. Now we have
Uh
12
I
men on our
only have
roster.
I only have him. As far as importance goes to this year, I'm gonna rank Daniel Jacobson third.
Third. Okay. Daniel Jacobson third. Second one I'm going to do. A guy we're all very familiar with and is probably the most controversial player over the last 4 years, um, and probably unfairly so, is Fletcher Lawyer.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna put Fletcher at number two this year.
Okay.
If he pulls up and shoots like Braden tells him to, he makes a huge difference on this team, which his pump fakes and his fouls, fantastic. The dude shoots 42 to 44%. Shoot the ball.
Agree. Agree. Shoot the ball. I mean, heck, at one point last year, he was shooting 50% from three.
13.8 points per game last year.
Yeah.
And he's got a huge basketball IQ. He knows when someone's going to fly out at him, and his pull up is great. I mean, his step in, but I need to see Ryan Klein coming off of a curl screen, just popping that, get rid
Yeah.
of it, get it up.
My one solemn promise, at least until the season starts this year and I start getting mad over dumb stuff and overreacting, is that Fletcher Lawyer is I'm not going to question him starting. I'm not going to question his value because let's be honest, he started every single game. He's been incredibly valuable. Does his defense suck sometimes? Yeah. Does he make you mad sometimes? Yeah. But he does the job and he's there every time and he doesn't almost ever let you down. Um, okay, next one on the list. Right now we have Lawyer at two, Jacobson at three. I'm gonna go with let's do Jakari Harris.
5.
Okay. Jakari Harris at five. That's a bold
I
play.
don't, I, on a blind ranking, just, Jakari's a dog. Um, could he be higher on this list? Yes. I mean, he's a big boy. He can move. He can pass the rock. He's not scared to shoot. He's not scared to get inside. I think he gets a little out of control sometimes, trying to do too much instead of letting the game flow to him. His defense is only comparable to Cox. Coming up on the ball, he's a dog. I don't think he plays a pivotal role this year. I don't.
Do you
I think the minutes he gets, um, are his to earn or give away.
okay? Do you think there's a world, not saying you think it's gonna happen, where Jakari takes a really big sophomore jump and becomes a 20 to 25 minute a game consistent guy on this team, 10 points a game, plays great defense? Just this year, not
No,
in the future. No? Okay.
no.
Okay. I think I agree with you.
I don't think there's room.
That's where
I
my head's at.
Because his minutes, if he is going to do that, he's gonna start the season getting, I don't know, 15, 18 minutes.
Yeah.
He almost transferred out. He almost
Right.
because he was homesick. I mean, I just I hope. I mean, we've been on TikTok with him talking to him. He's a great kid. Love him to death. I
Yeah.
just don't know. I don't think so. With CJ and Omer, I think he'll be playing a third or fourth role. Um, I think West even might overshadow him. I think there's a possibility of that. I just I unless his shooting has taken a huge jump this year, that's what we need. Your defense is great, but when we kick it out, you can't hesitate and you cannot like he I watched him miss wide open threes last year. It was like Miles Colvin part two.
I agree. Yeah, and I think big thing with Jakari, and I agree with you. I think he could start the season 15, 18 minutes and actually go backwards down to about 10, 12. Um, because I think at some point, Antoine West, you only have so many minutes, and you have CJ, you have Fletcher, you have Antoine, you have Omer, you have, if Jack Benner gets any three spot minutes, there's just a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and I think for him, he's the most mm, uncertain. Now, I think next year he could take that kind of jump if he sticks around.
Yep. I
Um,
think he will transfer out.
I do too. That's my thought. I hope
I
not. I don't
I
ever want to see a
thought
guy
this
leave.
year, honestly, when we were trying to pick out, we knew we were going to lose one or two probably. He was one of the ones I think me and you talked about.
Yeah, and I had a pretty good source telling me that he was going to, and they got him to turn that around. So hopefully, we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, I wish the best. Like, I love Jakari. I always, every time last year, I was like, that kid's a dog. He's a dog. I probably said that 600 times while we were, down there or whatever. But I
All
don't know.
right.
I think as far as this year goes, five. Put him at
Five.
five.
Okay. I like that. Um, Next, I'm gonna go just because he gets so much talk. I think he has to be on the list. Omer Mayer. So right now we have two Lawyer, three Jacobson, and five Harris. So 1 and 4 are available.
Hmm. I'm going to put Mayor at one.
Okay. And
Here
why
is
why
why.
why why is that? Think about this. We still have Braden and TKR um,
Fine.
out there.
As far as impact and what they could contribute, as far as what I've seen in the FIBA and his pro stuff that I've watched on YouTube, his impact could be that next level. If he can come out and get Braden off the point, his passing is immaculate. If it's anything like what we saw this summer or the pro league, I mean, he obviously didn't score a whole lot in that pro league. Kid was young. I mean, but he can be the one that pushes us to the next level. You got Braden coming off of screens. You can run plays where Braden is not, he doesn't have to worry as much. He can fit in the offense. That opens up a lot more for everyone else. And if he can be a danger from 3 point, um, you know, that just gives us another weapon. So I think he's very important to what this season can be.
Yeah, and I like your take there because one, because I wasn't going to use TKR or Braden, so that's just good smart planning by you in this five, and also because I think TKR and Braden are like statues in this lineup, right? They are who they are. I think Omer is a ceiling raiser. He can take us from really, really good to unbeatable if he is everything that we think he could be. I don't think he'll be that right away, but if by January, February, he becomes, a guy who can go get you 20 one night and then go get you 8 assists another night. A guy who can play good defense, who can learn to drive the ball, who can help us in transition. Um, I just think that, maybe, God forbid, we have an injury with a Fletcher or a Braden. Before we would have been done. That would have been it. And I think that he can step in, and even if it's a short term 3, 4 game injury, he can step in because we've been blessed. They've started every single game since they got here. That's incredible. Knock on wood. I hope it doesn't happen. But if one of them gets injured for a couple games, we have somebody who can step in. So I do agree with you there. My last one, and I'll just let you say what you want to say about him because he's extremely controversial across the Purdue space. Is Jack Benter. I'll give you my quick take on him. One kid that I did watch play in high school that I've seen a lot of tape on, that my dad has seen play multiple times. He he is as smart and natural at basketball as anyone I've ever seen play basketball. He's tall. He's unbelievably athletic from what you would look at him and think. Um, he's just a scorer, offensive freak. I don't know what he has on the defensive side. I don't know where he fits on this team. If it's at a backup four and plays 8 minutes a game, I don't know. But I think that he is probably perfect at the four spot on this list. I think you've nailed this list pretty well, honestly. So I'll spit it out before I let you say what you want to say about Benter. You had Meyer at one, Lawyer at two, Jacobson at three, Benter at four, Harris at five. I think that's probably as good as you could have played it out. Well done, ding,
Bingo.
ding, ding.
Oh yeah.
So what's your take on Benter, real quick, and then I have one more blind rank, and then we can kind of move on from the Purdue talk constantly.
I was hot on Binter coming out of high school.
I remember.
I watched a lot of him, dude. What really caught my attention up front that got me watching him was the backboard. The
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I mean,
If you haven't seen that, go find it.
yeah, there's clips he's smashed a backboard and in high school at Brownsburg, and the kid's a stud. I mean, he would just pull up in people's faces.
I
I
think he
mean,
had
bring the
multiple
ball.
60-point games.
Yeah, he'd bring the ball down the floor and he'd Carson Edwards you. And he's what, 6'7", 6'7", I believe.
They say he's grown. Came in at 6'6", 5.5, and I think they said he's like 6'6.5" now.
All right. I mean, that a shooter, Carson-esque, just no fear. I mean, in high school, and I'm excited to see where he's at now. He's got ups, dude. He'll slam it in your face. He's got Waddell type jumps. Um, I'm high on Benter. I think he can add to this team. We could run a small lineup with him at the four. I think. I don't know. Paint's the man, obviously. So Paint knows all things. Um, and oh, we got Ed Milet jumping on, dude.
Who?
Ed
Ed
Milet.
Milet? Oh my goodness, who is this?
Oh, no way, dude. It's Uncle Dyl.
Uncle Dyl, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Uncle Dyl, what's good, brother?
Just living the dream, soaking up some Sunday night football.
Sunday nights. We've been rocking at this for a couple hours. Or not, I don't even know how long now, dude.
It's all blending together.
Yeah, it's everything's we've been talking a lot of Purdue ball. You got
Sorry to
any
hear
hot
that.
got any hot takes for us? Uncle Dill, thank you for
Uh,
jumping on first off. It's so exciting to have you here.
uh, Notre Dame CFB chances are out. Game over.
Wow.
Wow, you heard it
Coming
here.
in hot, dude. Big Notre Dame fan, Uncle Dill, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
what were the keys to the loss last night?
Honestly, neither team played great and had every chance to win. Classic old backup quarterback fumbling the snap is just hilarious. Didn't even deserve to win.
That's awesome. Who's on Sunday night tonight?
Oh, Vikings Falcons.
Nice.
How's that going?
We're 6-0 Falcons right now.
That's not good for my fantasy team.
Vikings are there's a big play right there. There we go. They're moving.
Got some dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where they're at though.
We're doing some blind rankings. You care to jump in?
Yeah, jump me in. I just realized my name on here is Ed Milet.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we got
Unbelievable.
Ed Milet jumping on.
Why is it Ed Milet? Please tell me that.
That's a fantastic question. I have no idea.
That's
You
even
guys,
better, dude.
Ed Milet's that like motivational speaker guy. He
Writes
wrote
No,
books.
the power of one more.
Yep.
what's crazy is I have family with the last name Milet.
Sweet.
Really. My Uncle Dyl and cousin Ed right now.
Oh, cousin Eddie.
I
Cousin
guess.
Eddie. Bingo.
Yeah, let's do some
Huh.
blind rankings. That sounds sweet.
All right, you jumped in at the right time. You're a big college football fan. You played college football, obviously. So,
Very low level, very low level.
yeah.
But yep,
But you want to
technically.
kick? You want
All
to kick
right,
us
I
off,
will.
Derek?
Yes, we're gonna blind rank some college football stadiums. Um, what do you think? And this can be however you want it to be. And I'm gonna give you the one preface that they are all high level college football stadiums. So I'm not gonna throw in Northwestern at the end of this or something. So, um, all right, first one. I'll let you guys both do this. Let me write it down. Uncle Dyl and Dalton. Okay. First one, Rose Bowl.
Put it at 1 to 3, Dill.
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
1 to 5. Yeah. Go ahead.
Uh, just as a venue, you're saying?
As a venue, obviously we're not ranking it based on how good the team is that plays there currently.
Right.
Just because if we did that, it would not be very good for them.
Location is good. Stadium, I guess I've never personally been, but let's give it a 3.
Okay. Dalton?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Rose Bowl at 4 right now.
Okay.
It's low. UCLA sucks. They're
Facts. They're terrible.
fucking terrible, dude.
They're coachless, actually.
Yeah, I mean they don't even have a coach. What kind of team is that? So, US doesn't USC plays there too, right? Do
I
they share?
I,
Do they
I
share
don't
that?
know.
Is that facts or am I making shit
I
up?
think USC has their own stadium.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. Yeah, they do.
I think it's
Eh,
like Los Angeles Memorial, something like that.
right on. Anyways, UCLA stinks.
It
And
does have a
I'm
huge capacity,
what is it?
91,000.
Dang.
Wow. With that
Okay.
traffic out there, bro, that's gotta be a nightmare.
Well, there's also, well, we won't get into it, but Los Angeles has a whole set of its own problems. I have
Good
family that
people.
lives out there, and
Just good people out there.
okay, we're gonna go next with the largest stadium in America, um, Michigan Stadium.
Oh boy. Go ahead, Uncle Dill.
I actually have been there. Let's go with 2. It's a pretty
Okay.
Ann Arbor's pretty sweet, actually. I don't really like Michigan, but it's a pretty cool place.
Dalton.
I'm putting it at 1, dude. You can't argue with it. When the big house is rocking, baby, fumble rooskies happen. It's just the way it goes. You get
Okay.
to shaking, and if you play on NCAA football, I mean, good luck knowing your play
Oh yeah,
beforehand.
controller's shaking, everything's
Yeah,
going crazy, dude. Knock your drink over. Okay, third
impossible.
one. Dylan, you have Michigan 2, UCLA 4. Dalton, you have Michigan 1, UCLA 3. Is that correct? No, that's
Yep.
backwards.
Backwards,
No,
yep.
Dylan
backing.
has UCLA 3. Dalton has UCLA 4. Okay. Alabama, Bryant Denny Stadium.
I guess I got to put her at 4. I already used up 3. I'd probably
That's
switch
true.
them if I could, but yeah,
That's not how blind rankings work, sir.
yep.
Dalton?
Uh, I'm gonna put it at uh 3 for me.
Okay. 3 for
I
you.
think the SEC gets pretty crazy. Got a lot of frat dudes down there. It gets pretty
hmm
gnarly. They are drinking in there for sure. Um,
Yeah.
and it gets wild. It gets loud too. So,
Okay. Let's go Tiger Stadium, LSU.
oh
Mm.
wow.
Okay, so we got 2 left.
Yeah, we got 2 left. And Dylan, you have 1 and 5, so you're going big or low. Dalton, you have 2 and 5.
Ah, I gotta go. Let's just. That's tough. Dalton, you rank this one first.
Number 2
All
is
Yeah.
right.
Ogeron used to say, "Go Tigers," So
Tigers.
Tigers.
Ah, yep. Let's put it at 1 based on what I've done already.
Okay. Tiger Stadium 1 for Dylan. I don't hate it. All right. Last one. This is this is gonna be 5 for both of you at this point. And it is Penn State Beaver Stadium, considering that they had a coach who was not very good for the sport. I accept it.
Honestly, I'll take that. I'm glad that shook out that way.
Yeah, me
So
too.
we
I enjoy the whiteout, so
oh, that is one of the coolest things
I
in
mean it's
sports.
sick, but yeah, I'll put them at 5.
They say the
I,
Lions Den for that place.
Beaver Stadium.
All right.
Isn't
All
it
right.
I don't know.
Bever? Is it Bever or Beaver?
Well, it's spelled Beaver.
Okay.
If
Fair
they can't
enough.
pronounce stuff up there, that's on
I
them.
don't. Fair
What's that
enough.
stadium that has the thing where they wave at the kids?
Oh, that's
Oh,
Iowa.
that's Iowa
That's
State.
I was gonna put
No,
them in
it's
there.
Iowa. Just
Oh,
Iowa.
Iowa. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna put them in there, but I couldn't think of the team off the top of my head for some reason. Because that's
Yeah,
really
there's
cool. That's an awesome thing.
not a lot of offense in that stadium. But yeah, I do enjoy that. It melts the heart. It really, when the Grinch's heart grows, that's how I feel when I see that. So
I want to do.
Let's
Go ahead.
Derek, this one's for you. With that
Uh,
list right there, you get one stadium to put at the front or the back. That's your choice. The shoe.
I was gonna use that one. I'm putting it at the back because I have LSU and Michigan ahead of it
All
in
right.
my head.
All right.
But and I hate them. So that's part of it. I did want to add something onto this just now that since we have 3 people, I think this will be fun. We'll do a snake draft, and I'm gonna flip a coin. Um, we're just gonna do top 5, and it's gonna be top 5 concession foods at a sporting event. Okay,
all right, dude.
and I'm gonna snake draft it. So Dalton, call it in the air, heads or tails. You get first
All
decision.
right. It's tails never fails.
You're a liar. It is heads.
No,
All right, Dylan.
that's terrible.
Do you want first pick or second pick, Dylan?
I'll
Second
take
pick obviously gets 2 and 3.
I'll take 2.
Okay, Dalton. Let me get these down here real quick. Dalton, go ahead with your first pick at concession foods at a sporting event. Can be any sporting event.
I'm gonna go with Chick-fil-A chicken fingers.
Oh, wow, that's very specific. Okay, Dylan, go ahead. You get 2 and 3.
I'm taking popcorn,
Okay,
a little off the wall here, Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. Dang, you would have
Incredible.
my
Yeah.
daughter's heart right there. All right, Dalton, you got the next 2.
Nachos, meat and cheese.
I'll just put nachos in.
Followed.
You pick your own toppings, okay? You're not
All
putting people
right.
up
Hey,
because I want
didn't know
jalapenos on that.
didn't know how specific we were getting here. Pizza.
Pizza.
No
Okay.
way.
There's pizza at Purdue, and it is really good.
Okay. Okay. 2 for you, Dill.
Let's see. Hang on, I gotta get out of whatever I just did here. Um, corn dog
Okay.
and definitely hot dog with cheese. Oh wait, just pick your own topping. So
Yeah,
just a hot dog.
he double dog dared right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dalton, your last pick.
Last picks. Is this the
You
very
only get
last pick?
one more. Yep. Oh no, you
The
get 2, then Dylan will get 1.
blue pack of Skittles.
Skittles.
The
All
blue
right.
pack, only
Blue
tropical.
only. Only tropical.
And then I'm gonna go with a pretzel. I do enjoy
Pretzel.
a nice pretzel every now and then. So
Yeah, pretzel was slept on in this draft, honestly.
yeah.
It was definitely slept on. All right, Dill, last one for you.
Feel like I'd be making a mistake if I didn't. Bush Light.
I was wondering if somebody was gonna go beer. I just said concessions. I didn't say food only.
Can't do it.
Okay,
No
so
drinks.
if anybody's watching this and gives a crap enough to comment, say who you think won this. But so Dalton's got Chick-fil-A chicken, nachos, pizza, blue Skittles, and a pretzel. Dylan has popcorn, Dippin' Dots, corn dog, hot dog, and Bush Light, which as a combo sounds pretty good, to be honest. You got a drink, you got an appetizer, you got a meal, and you have a dessert. I don't
Come
know if
on.
you planned that, Mr. Dill, but this guy's drank, and this guy has been to some sporting events.
This is a conspiracy, dude. You sent him that beforehand.
I just can't believe it worked out that way, that he has an appetizer, a meal, a dessert, and a drink.
All
Pretty
right.
incredible stuff.
Well,
Uh,
that sucks for me. I don't think I won that, honestly, looking back. But the Chick-fil-A sandwiches that were at the Big Ten tournament last year really filled a void for me.
Listen, great
That's
call with the
next level.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
However, 90% of places you've ever been don't have that at a sporting event.
Yeah, and they really should. And that's a shame. They should really get on that because
That is a
nothing
shame.
like a couple IPAs and a Chick-fil-A sandwich. So,
When I was at
um,
the Big Ten tournament, just Chick-fil-A, funny story, the Chick-fil-A system went down, so they were giving it out for free,
yeah,
which that was maybe the greatest moment of my life, and I ordered way more than I was intending once I found out it was free.
that's phenomenal. It is a great day. Let's do our last segment. Because I'm gonna catch a little bit of Sunday night football. I'll lead this one off. I'll leave it to you two. I'll jump in some. Let's go way too early Final Four predictions. Basketball this year. I want your Final Four, and I want to know why.
Can we do football too?
Yeah,
Mm.
sure. Yeah, that would fair it up. So do basketball first, both of you, and then football.
I can lead it off. Everyone knows I'll just get this out of the way. Purdue is gonna be one of those because they are the predominant team in the country and the best team in the country, and that's really all I need to tell anybody. And you'll see. So Purdue is number one. I'm gonna go also with Houston. They just have been so consistently good for so long, and they just bring back the same guys basically. They're gonna be good. They have great recruits coming in. I think two top 15 guys to go with three guys that were there last year on a Final Four team. So I think that they have to be in the mix in that. I'm gonna throw in a kind of weird one, maybe not weird. I don't know. Louisville. I think they just have a lot of guys that can score the basketball. I don't know how good that's going to work out from a team standpoint. They may suck. I don't know. To me, though, the talent itself and the scoring is going to be there, and I just can't. I can't see a world where they are not there in the Final Four by the end of the year once all those guys learn how to play together. And then the fourth one, and I hate to say this, it actually is the most hated thing in my life. I'm gonna go UConn. They just seem to find a way to be good, and they have great players, good people coming in, and good returners. So mine is UConn, Purdue, Louisville, and Houston. Not a ton of surprises, but I think it's going to be a relatively chalky year.
Chalky year. He's chalking it up. All right, Dill. Final Four basketball.
All right. I'm going to lead off with something a little different than Derek because I actually, for what little I do follow college basketball, I watch a lot, just don't follow it that close. Duke.
Okay.
That's can't argue.
We got the Boozer Twins.
Yep. I mean, come on. I don't really have to explain that, do I?
No, it's
No.
Duke. I also do want to go UConn and Houston. I hate to follow there. Great choice. Houston's extremely consistent, like you said. UConn, again, they don't miss a beat, really. I mean, just too solid. Four. Yeah, I'm not going up your guys' alley, but
Oh, we already knew. We both
Oh
knew
my
that.
gosh, dude.
Go ahead and say
Okay.
IU if you really want to.
Yeah, just be dumb about it.
I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
There's potential. I don't think they're a top 4 team, but there's potential. Um, Gosh dang it. Alabama's been really good at basketball for some reason. Is that going to fall off this year?
I think so.
Uh,
A little.
they still got Phylon. Picked up a. They got Noah Williamson from Bucknell. I don't see it with Alabama this year, but that's fair. It is fair. NATO, it's a fast-paced offense. They're always dangerous.
It always competes for some reason.
They are tough, and
They're running gun though for sure.
yeah, I mean they shot what they shot like 60 shots a game or something crazy like last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll drop mine real quick. I'm not going to add any context. I got Purdue. Obviously, it's Indianapolis Final Four. Braden Fletcher, TKR, final year. Going to go with Florida returning. I just think Billy Donovan tasted it. Now he wants more. Houston, Sampson, the dude knows how to coach. They got Tugler back, Uzon, Sharp. And then I'm gonna throw in this is a Jordan Stocks pick. This guy, I follow him on Twitter and he got me looking into this. I think Texas Tech. I think they are the outlier. I think they are very good. And I think that when we face them, if we face them, it'll be a real challenge.
They're another run and gun team, aren't they?
I'm not sure how they play. I haven't watched. I'm more of a stat reader on them, but I mean they picked up some very seasoned veterans this year.
I'll put it this way. They tend to be a team when you show up to play them, you go, oh shit.
Yeah,
Just when you
just
walk it to the
hard
floor.
nosed, hard
Just
nosed.
tough,
Yeah.
big boys.
Returning Toppin. They picked up 3 seasoned vets. They got Watts, Atwell, all over. We're averaging over 10 points a game last year. Toppin's he might be the next best thing besides TKR. Very similar. I mean, just tough. All right, let's jump in. Derek, you kick this one off. College football. What's your final 4?
Oh man, college football, I'm going to be real chalky because I don't watch enough of these top teams to know how good they actually are. And it's early enough that I think it's up in the air. I'm going to go Ohio State. They're there every damn time. I get real tired of it because I don't like them. But they're going to be there. I'm going to go Georgia. And until you prove me otherwise, I'm going Georgia. They just seem to always find a way. They're just a tough team. Um, I'm gonna take a bit of a flyer on a team and say Oklahoma. Um, I just think that they have a little bit more than people are giving them credit for. And then I think I have to go with another Big Ten team because I do believe in the Big Ten. I just don't know what team that is. Uh, Give me Oregon in a crazy situation. So Ohio State, Oregon, who else did I say? Georgia and
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Also, my one sleeper for basketball was UCLA. I had that. I had to get that out there for the world.
Right on. That's not a bad sleeper. I mean, they got that 7'3" kid that's a stud. So
Yeah.
Um,
Who you
I
got,
do.
Dylan?
I want to throw in on the basketball too because I'm not that good at the basketball thing. But I was between Alabama and Florida for my last pick. But Alabama's
Florida
always,
definitely safer.
yeah. Alabama just feels dangerous with the way they play. But like you said, depends on how they come together. But all right, football. With
football.
Derek, I do hate it. I hate it, but got to go with Ohio State. It's unfortunate. I have to. Um, I almost feel like I have to go Tennessee and Georgia
Yeah.
because Tennessee, boy, they looked filthy at times against Georgia. Georgia basically, I mean, it came down to the last thing. So
That was a heck
obviously,
of a game.
I mean, Yeah, so I hate to do that. But yeah, that's those two. Um, you know what? You know what? It's early enough. Let's go Texas A&M because they knocked Notre Dame out.
Uh,
Okay.
Wagons rolling.
That'd
Go
be crazy, huh?
Aggies.
do you think with a 6'1" quarterback they can
No,
compete with teams like Georgia and Tennessee?
no, they shouldn't. They shouldn't have won yesterday. Is just stupid.
Yeah, I agree fully. That was a fluke. I don't think they are as good as number 10. I will stand on that. I do think, he's a dog, the 6'1" quarterback. He's a dog, and they got a really good receiver, but I
Yep.
don't I don't think they have it. I don't think you can let Notre Dame score that many points on you and
No.
you have it. Your defense has got to be there. I'll run down real quick. OSU. I'm gonna go Georgia. No surprise. Um, I'm probably gonna throw in Penn State actually as a sleeper. I think why not get it done this year?
Number 2
Um,
team in the country, sleeper.
I mean, yeah, but they start out hot all the time. And then I'm gonna throw in an ACC team in Miami.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Miami has looked pretty good. That they actually beat Notre Dame
Yeah.
for sure. I should probably take Miami over Texas A&M. It's just fresh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
The wound is
Hey,
open.
sleepers are fine, bro. It's hard to tell, but yeah, do you guys have anything else, Derek? Any closing thoughts? Uncle Dyl, thanks for jumping on with us for this one.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Dylan. Always appreciate bringing in somebody who isn't on the exact same mind as us as far as who we like. It's always good to have different views. I want to just thanks for anybody who has watched, will watch. Maybe in 10 years, if we ever make it big, can you come back and watch this? Realize how rough it was. But this was a much longer episode than the first one we did. Um, little more obviously a lot more sports centric. But I just want to end with the same message I ended with last time. Go tell somebody about Jesus and keep being a good person. Raise your kids to be good people every day. Try to make someone's life a little bit better than it was the day before. And if you do those things, I think you'll be pretty happy, and sports will be fun to watch and happy for you no matter what, whether win or lose. So enjoy your life, and thanks for watching. Dalton, what do you got to say?
Well, my wife's alarm's going off right now, and it's a Diplo song. So, what I got to say, just we'll be back. We're planning on doing 2 episodes a week. If you're still here with us, after my rambling, my monotone voice, um, we thank you guys. Thanks for the shares on Twitter. Thanks for hanging out. As we start things up, please give us feedback. And have a great week. Make it a great week. Don't let it, eat you up. Get after it. Uncle Dill, any final thoughts?
Great messages. Peace out. Thanks for having me.
All right, y'all. This has been episode 2 of the Double D podcast. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Bye.